You did it! Because I didn't. Stroll and I cleaned up the kitchen. Time really flew.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at the desert camp as the scorching sun sinks below the horizon, and the curtain of night falls over the land. Protected within the stalwart hull of the Gauntlet Runner, the party gains a short, peaceful respite.
$10°C. It always goes back to $10°C. It's always so cold. Why is it so cold? Establishing an encampment. At night, the vast wilderness outside town is ensconced in darkness. Forcing your way through an unmarked terrain is very dangerous, even with a stalwart Gauntlet Runner. Instead, establish camp somewhere safe. You can resume your travels in the morning. While at encampment, you can use any of the facilities in the Gauntlet Runner as usual, but you can also reminisce about the journey with your allies. Give it a try! 3 days till we reach Matria. Our first time camping in the Gauntlet Runner. Kinda excited. It'll be a long night, so let's spend some time relaxing with someone. If I was physically here, I would be like, really like, taking it in, you know? I think I would have a lot of fun being in the giant machine of... 10°C is approximately 50 Fahrenheit. At least it's not winter weather. Ooh, that's still cold. You gotta remember, I'm from Texas. That's cold. That's hella cold. I'd be freezing. Oh, that was a ride, eh? Smooth as butter, luxurious as a palace, all expiring, tear-jerking. I wouldn't go that far. Come on, lad. Come now, lad, be honest. You'll be hard-pressed to find a runner that can run across the sands as swiftly as she. Though, full disclosure, that's all thanks to a little mechanism I whipped together that keeps her legs from sinking to the dunes. Wouldn't have to worry about the terrain if I could just fly, but that's a story for another day. Off you go, better get your 40 winks. Better get your 40 winks. That's a very interesting combination of words. Okay. Ruby, chat, I need your opinion. Should I talk to Stroll? Because this obviously is spend time with Stroll. Or should I spend time with Hulkenberg? I'm going to assume that she has one at this moment. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a safe bet. Toilet? Wait, is the shower working now? Okay. Pantry? Where is Hulkenberg? Yeah, I'm willing to bet that the random barrels at the rear of the machine is definitely... There she is. So should I spend time with Stroll or Hulkenberg? Yeah, she does have a little thing. What does she want to do? Well met. So I don't suppose you've overburdened with free time as I am. I'm certainly no stranger to traveling, but I've no idea how to spend idle hours. If the idea appeals, why don't we talk a bit? By recalling the past and planning for the future with Hulkenberg, maybe I could build my imagination.
Be well.
Well, come visit me again when you have some free time. Okay. I think intuitively I should go with Stroll because he is the one who is literally right there, right when we started this little segment. Insects are gathering by the campfire. Oh, apparently you can eat these bugs. Well, according to Hulkenberg, anyway. Yo, Hulkenberg on the bug agenda. I should try and catch one. Lumi Bee. When it's my turn to cook, I should use it as an ingredient. Really? I didn't know you could do that. That's pretty cool. Okay. Hey, are you looking for something to do? My weapons are as sharp as they're going to get, and I'm not up to much. Care to keep me company for a while? By recalling the past and planning for the future with Stroll, maybe I can hone my imagination. Yeah, sure, why not?
Now then.
So, next up is Matria. Feels like just yesterday when I arrived at the... Feels like just yesterday when I first arrived at the royal capital. So much has happened in such a short span of time. I met you. I went over to the northern fortress and awakened a mysterious power. I thought magic like this only existed in heroic tales of times long past.
Speaking of which, I've been thinking that perhaps this is the same power that the old hero kings once used. If that's the case, why do you think so many of them met measurable ends? Power isn't everything.
What's that about? Oh, I see.
I see. As kings, they had to govern their people and maintain the peace. Martial might alone wouldn't help you there. Perhaps it's not a matter of how much power you have, but how you choose to wield it. Moreover, we've got more than one power at our disposal, and on top of that, we've got allies who share these abilities as well.
Then,
if we continue to master these archetypes, then maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to surpass the great hero kings of old. Although, all this does make me wonder, just how many more of these powers are still out there? And the logical thought of, what if we have to fight someone with these powers?
alright.
Imagination. Come now, it's too early for bed. Let's talk some more. Stroll and I talked for a while.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Okay, we are procking for an ad break, so if you guys just need to go get a drink, go to the restroom really quick, should only take like a minute. So we're gonna proc this ad break really quick. See you in a minute. Okay. Okay. So, sorry about the delay. I gotta admit, because I'm chugging this energy drink.
Good morning.
Like, as or because I keep chugging this energy drink, it's getting more and more intense to like what I was gonna say, to not like blow my. I shouldn't say that. It's really hard to hold in. You know what? This actually isn't a topic to be discussed on stream. Either way, I use these ad breaks as an excuse to go to the restroom really quick. Top of the morning to you, dear passengers. I trust that the sleeping quarters are more than exceeded your expectations, eh? They were better than I'd feared, considering how tiny they are. But I've got a question of my own. Isn't the desert sand going to do a number on this runner? My boy, remember who maintains this rugged girl. Nary a grain of sand could fit between her seams, I assure you. Regardless, we'll be leaving these arid dunes behind tomorrow.
I knew it!
Wow, Brennies sure really are neat, aren't they? A carriage would never be able to get through this desert this fast. But just keep an eye on the road, okay, Neurus? We'll arrive in Matria in 2 days, huh? Ooh. What to do? What to do? Can I get more goodies? Can I get more goodies? I want to see if I can get more goodies. Where's the pantry? Where's the pantry? Yoink. Let's go! Pantry stealing! Woo! Some pristine clear water and some core honey meat. And then we will probably hang out with, since we did Stroll yesterday, it only makes sense we go for Hulkenberg today, correct?
Well met.
Fortune, you've come at the perfect moment. I was thinking I'd ponder some battle strategies over my game board. An abstract game of military tactics, you see. Could indulge me in a round. Playing a game with Hulkenberg will raise my wisdom. Seems kind of fun, doesn't it? How about playing a game?
All right.
Yeah, sure. Let us begin. I shall give and expect no quarter. Shall we?
If so,
If that's how you plan to make your advance, then... I can't make any more moves. That's the match. My, I learned quite a bit from that match. I believe we would both benefit from continued practice. This game afforded me the opportunity to visualize strategies all on my own. What if an enemy came at such an angle? How would I retaliate? And so on and so forth.
I'd say
I once failed in my duty to protect His Highness the Prince. At that time, I was but a novice, a new addition to the Royal Guard. I lacked the experience needed to properly assume the role.
that's why.
'Tis for that reason I now train both my body and mind thoroughly, so I vowed never to let such a thing occur again. You're so strong.
No.
I am nothing of the sort. My body bears the scars of my myriad weaknesses. That said, 'tis quite the pleasure to speak so freely with you. I found comfort in knowing that I share my feelings with a compatriot. If we find success in this endeavor and create a country where we can all live equally, I hope to serve as a knight captain, passing down what knowledge I can to a new generation. In doing so, I hope to see the Royal Guard elevated to a new heights, I hope. You can do it.
Yeah.
If anyone can do that, it's you, Hulkenberg.
Yes.
Aww. Well, should such a star-eyed wish come true, I shall tell them much of you, our captain. Such a position is certainly not one most could adapt to, much less succeed in, given the circumstances of our fight. I must say, you weighed the role well. 'Tis hard to believe it's your first foray into such a responsibility. Perhaps you have a natural talent for it. Though, to call it talent is a disservice. No, whatever higher calling you have, I can only be as I am now because of you. You honor me. Such praise from a knight is quite an honor.
True.
'Twas you and Gallica that set the cogs of this journey in motion. I think there's some significance to you being the captain, in my humble opinion. You have my gratitude. After crossing proverbial swords with you, I feel like I'm one step closer to realizing my dream. I have become more wise.
All right.
Now then, let us continue our discussion of tactics. There's some blunders you can avoid next time. You know, realistically, looking at this board, this is just a hex grid system. It's chess with a hex grid. I think this is actually very doable in real life. That's pretty cool. For example, when a piece moves here, you should... Hulk and I dueled on the board for a while. Pretty safe to say she wasn't bored of that. Ahoy, break time, chums. There's something up ahead, so we'll be stopping here.
Coming now into view is the Tree of Prophecy, a resplendent tapestry of color against the backdrop of the bleak desert.